Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. We're flying in a ton of troops, it looks like. All these green arrows going into Conakry and massing a force to go and hit Brazil. So that's going to be a pretty exciting episode tomorrow. And I've got a load of mechs flying in. I've got a combat recon and multiple rocket launcher. What are you flying into Conakry, Jonathan? And
3 rocket launchers, 2 of the anti-helicopter AA ones. One of my troops that I've had sitting on my cities because I just want to go for it, which includes a couple of combat recons. And I've got my frigates. That's about it for now. Oh, a radar too. Yeah, it's a bit of everything.
Great, that's a good combo. I'm gonna start doing it actually because I'll show people what we mean by safely crossing your troops. So pick one, send them one at a time, and we'll send them over. May as well send them over there. So we're sending one over, then we're sending another one over, and this should work. Just sending them a few seconds apart, and then sending another one over. So they're going to hit the water individually and be in their own boats, and then they're going to converge on this spot and create a little cluster, and then we're going to escort them over with some of these ships. And I'm just going to take a different lane with these guys. These guys are going to go where you can see the arrow down that route, and then these guys are going to probably go down here. Oh yep, subs are already off, so that's cool. Might just move these down to some middle ground then. We just need to wait until a few more troops have arrived though. But we can kind of start. Oh, I've got a combat recon unloading, so they can go to the rally point as well. So that's 4, and then Jonathan reckons it's good to do clusters of 5. Okay, so I've got an anti-air arriving to the party as well. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see how all that goes in a bit. So we've all got some ships, some more frigates arriving from Jonathan, and Tim's got the subs. There they are. Oh, big stack of 5. Fully upgraded, 15 against boats, 12 against subs. 3 frigates already there, and then some more coming. And then I've got destroyer, frigate, 2 corvettes in a short stack, and then I've got a big stack here of a cruiser on the highest level, a destroyer, and 3 frigates. Frigates will be good for anti-air. And we're just going to have to defend this point where we're gonna land Recife, and then spread out to these 2 next to it, and then onwards to Brasilia. And we can see we do a bit of a race to get to Brasilia, but I think it might be me mainly donating the troops, and then Jonathan with a bit of support. So we'll see. It might be an unfair race, but anyway, as a coalition, we'll race to take Brasilia at some point, and I'll give you an update on everything else. So actually, I'm moving my boats towards India, and Tim's back there near Saudi Arabia. He'll move his up soon enough, I'm sure, because look, here we've got the first incursion getting near the Philippines peninsula of Singapore. So we'll talk to Jonathan about that in a minute. I'm just going to give an overview. Loads of contacts, 1 there, few here, 3 there. And then he's into North Korea, taken Tanchon, and currently attacking Hamhung.
Yep.
And that's 5 special forces against 1 combat recon. That's not much of a defense. I don't know where the Philippines are withdrawn to, or how they're going to defend their line. That's going to be pretty interesting. So, and lots going on in Africa, and I'll talk you through all the different strategies I've got going there because they're quite interesting. So over to you, Jonathan. What's happening on the front line with Tim as well? Tim, you've got loads of contacts coming up.
Well, let's start off in North Korea, like you mentioned. Flown in a bunch of my special forces. They've cleared out a load of troops, and I've kind of been moving them from city to city. I haven't got many troops, so what I've done is just taken along the whole stack of special forces on the grounds with just the 1 troop, and used them to capture the cities and every time I'm leaving behind a special forces. And also, I've had my rocket launchers going to the coast, and they engaged with a destroyer he had there, and they took him out quite quickly, like 3 or 4 hits. To be fair, so that
Oh,
was, proven now that it is very effective. So, um, something I could do is just get rocket launchers to the coast to fight the Philippines, especially if I could get some to Taipei, then they'd nearly be in range of one of his home cities. Um, so we can definitely use that to our advantage. Um, Apart from that, I've taken a few more of Myanmar's cities, finally closing in on the rest of India. Um, yeah, that's about it. What about you, Tim?
Um, what am I up to? Um, did manage to find. Oh, I did manage to get my troops into Novosibirsk in the end. Thanks to you destroying that armored battalion Russia had sitting there. I've almost reached Shenzhou. I've almost reached Beijing. And then I've been preparing ships and subs on the coast of Africa, ready to take to Brazil whenever you guys are ready to send troops over. So, yeah, not a lot else happening.
very nice. You're land grabbing in China, and you've got a big stack with your original towed artillery. You got your fully upgraded motorized infantry, 5 of them, and an infantry officer. So that's looking good. And you got 3 contacts near Beijing. Any ideas what they are? Maybe some armored contacts and infantry.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's going to be armored fighting vehicles. So just going to make sure not to waltz into them like I have been previously.
That's the benefit of mobile radar. So that radar's flagging them all up, and you can plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
One thing I've been missing, although Jonathan supplied me the odd one here and there, I could certainly do with that, because then if you've got rocket launchers, it supplies contacts for your rocket launchers, and the rocket launch can just sit there and pap away at them merrily all day. Yeah, I should get some radars. It's a bit late now, maybe, but
Yeah, I've got plenty. So I'm sending 1 or 2 to Brazil, and that'll probably be all you need for this game.
Great. So let's go through Africa. I've got some contacts here. So I've taken all this coast, and as a result, I've sent my boats off to go fight in the Philippines. 3 cruisers, 1 destroyer, 1 frigate, fully upgraded cruisers. So they'll give, they'll help. They'll be good. And then I've got this short stack, which is pretty powerful, to take a bit more land in Ethiopia. They've kind of chipped in at me and taken this bit of land, and they've taken this bit of land, and I think they've taken this bit of land. So once they're taken, and that one, the morale will go up a bit, and we'll just keep land grabbing where we can. And it's just, that's not the one that's moving, is it? I think I'm moving the wrong stack. Let's move you back, and then is you guys. So it's a main battle tank and a mechanized anyway. That's land grabbing, and their offense is 21 and their defense is 23. So just 2 items there. They're pretty good. They're fully upgraded now. My battle tanks are fully upgraded, so I can fly them, which will be interesting. But I need them mainly on my African front line, which I've almost taken Nigeria. They've got one little pocket over here that we're going for with a short stack of 3 battle tanks and 3 mechs, and when they're done, they'll come into the front for Cameroon, and they will be going through jungle, but they're strong enough to be able to take them out. This tank's coming down, 4 tanks and 1 mechanized, and when they get here, should be able to join them up with some more mechs. We'll see. Just stopped all their stuff. Let's do their waypoints again. they'll take the last of Nigeria. There we go. Oh, and it's Nigeria's capital city. You know it's capital because it's got the statue and the star around it. Got some mechs joining the battlefront down here, and these guys are kind of like looking around in the dark. They've got rocket launchers with them, fully upgraded, and then sort of going halfway into a territory till they can see the centre, and then if there's nothing there, they'll go, and if there's something there, they'll shell it. So rocket launchers there as well. Main battle tank, combat recon, mechanised, 2 rocket launchers. Got main battle, mech, rocket, and then here we've got a mech and a rocket. So we've got loads of stacks, and got an anti-air going to the front line in Brazil. And yeah, the front will get smaller and smaller. I'll sweep through from left to right, and got another mech joining this short stack, so him and the tank can go off and do some land grabbing because they're a reasonable size. And I've just put a bit more research on. Let's have a look. So I'm going for the elite railgun, and then an engine upgrade for my SAM, I think. Yeah, mobile SAM launcher is going to get an engine upgrade, so that'll give them 9 against planes, 2 against rockets. And I've got a couple going over to Brazil, so that'll help. And I'll just see if I can keep upgrading them. It'll be interesting to see what Brazil have got on that coast, because I don't know if I said, but they've got, here we go, level 5 naval base in Salvador. They've got the level 4 air base in Recife, and then Fortaleza. Oh, that's strange. They've just got a level 1 harbour, but they've got that level 3 recruiting office. Very odd. Okay, maybe they're just pumping out corvettes or something. But that's the state of play. I'll show you what I'm building, then we'll go over to Jonathan and Tim. Oh, we'll do another mech. Just pumping out mechs at the minute. Got a rocket launcher, mechs, mobile SAM, mech, main battle, new mech. We've all got level 2 bunkers on the home cities, and level 3 recruiting offices, so I can make them fast. And yeah, just bashing them out, really supporting the front lines and taking control. So what are you building, Jonathan and Tim?
What am I building? More warheads, more rocket launchers. Oh yeah, I can make another one of those. Let's do that. Making a load of bunkers, because now my missiles are ready to go. So I'm going to start shelling some cities. So hopefully we get to see that at some point. Apart from that, not much. What about you, Tim?
I've got a frigate on the way. I need to build another cruiser. Complete my 5th stack of ships. Yeah, I've got a cruiser on the go, got a sub on the go, frigate on the go. And I'm getting a new stack of 5 naval patrol aircraft to send out towards Brazil or Philippines, wherever they're needed, really. Give us a little bit more vision out there.
Great. Oh, I can see your big stack. So 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, and 1 frigate heading for Brazil, along with a sub. So that's a pretty fierce force you're sending to the front line.
Yeah, combined with what you've got there, I mean, that's a lot of firepower. I'd be surprised if Brazil could match that, unless he's been building a ship a day ever since the start of the game.
Got a level 5 at naval base, hasn't he?
Yeah, he could have been doing it. I think that's his only naval base, isn't it?
He's going to get the shock of his lives when we land. He did do he took out the Mexican capital city, didn't he? In a crazy move that really did him good. He must have had a bit of navy to do that.
Yeah, I imagine.
But yeah, he's going to get the shock of his life. We just, I I mean, it's not going to be such a ragtag crew after all, but it does feel like we're sending all our spares in that are combining to make a hell of a force.
Yeah.
Maybe it feels more significant than what's going after the Philippines, but Jonathan's got his core sort of ground units over there and special forces. Nice style, having just the one troop taking all these cities and then dropping a special forces back to hold the city. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a solid tactic, actually.
You've come out with some pretty crazy tactics over the last few days that work, that are pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to because I just haven't had enough troops to take cities normally.
Yeah.
But I haven't lost many, which is the main thing.
Yeah. No, you've done very well. Myanmar. Oh, there's an annex city. Homeland cities. They've still got a few homeland cities. Are you just kicking into their homeland?
Myanmar?
Yeah, there's 3 homeland cities coming up and 2 annex. So they had quite a lot going on. 4 homeland cities.
I
That's Vietnam.
think they had around 30 units because that's the kill count by anti-air division.
Wow.
And like, it all happened overnight. And I very briefly covered it, but yeah, they were just coming at me like one stack at a time. And I think a couple did actually briefly reach me, but he didn't manage to kill a single troop, and he lost 30 of his.
Wow.
So it was a very one-sided victory.
And you were sleeping. Oh, what is this in the Philippines? Have you seen it?
Somebody's intelligence has actually worked. Then.
Oh, I think that's Tim's, isn't it?
I think we've just been so relentless with our ops that he's just ran out of counter ops to because I've been topping them up every day. Every time a couple of agents get captured, just top up. We've all been doing it. So eventually they've broken through.
Oh, let's talk through it. So he's got 2 cruisers on his capital city, fully upgraded, and that's just in his capital city. I mean, God knows what he's got elsewhere. He's got 2 corvettes. So what are they for? That's probably early game builds that he's just sort of left there. And then he's got a load of stuff like he's got a multiple rocket launcher, motorized infantry, fully leveled up, and then quite a high level air mobile infantry. And that must be how he's taken all these islands. But his multiple rocket launchers are a very low level. It's pretty poor. So he needs to level that bad boy up. Oh, great. Ooh, let's put some more ops on him then. Cool, got some intel on Myanmar, Philippines, secret weapon lab damage.
Kind of looked like he over-specialised with these. Air Mobile level 4, it's not great at this stage, and the rocket launchers at level 1 doesn't really do him any favours. Even the motorised, it's only at level 5. We've all got ours at at least 6 now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've specialised into mechs more, haven't you?
His Corvette. Yeah, I've gone mech. His Corvette's only level 2, isn't it, or something? What's that? Level 2. But then you probably wouldn't want to really level up a Corvette. It's a bit rubbish.
He would have had that all game.
Yeah. Oh, should we put some more ops on them? So it's intelligence, isn't it? Let's buy some more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I put 3. Oh, there's 1 on Tugararo already. I put 2 on there. Buy another one. Oh yeah, Puerto Princesa. I'm putting a few on. 2 on. Just see if there's anyone. Davio, anyone in? Yeah, 1 on there. Okay, that'll do. Put a few intelligence officers on there. I mean, that's a pretty strong show. If he's got that spare just hanging around his main capital city, then God knows what he's got out there. Don't know if I should do anything with my frigate yet. I'm glad I didn't walk my frigate into that mess. I'm going to do something with the frigate. I'm going to go for Australia. No, what shall I do with the frigate in New Zealand?
I've got no idea. Send it straight for his capital.
No, he's got like cruisers and stuff. I think I'll just go for
Perth.
Sydney. Yeah, I'll go. I'll go for Sydney. Right on his rear, where he's not expecting it. And I might just hang there. Ooh, I don't know if I should go to war yet. Yeah. We'll do Sydney, and then if he sends any forces there that dilutes him, then it's only a bonus, and it might just confuse him and think, how on earth did I get someone there? Or no, I'll go Port Moresby because that's a bit further into his territories, isn't it? Otherwise, he'll just see. That I popped up from the bottom of the map onto Australia. It's a bit more difficult getting in there. He might think, ooh, how'd he get in there? Port Moresby. Okay, that's it. That's your mission, should you choose to accept it. You may not be coming back, lads, but your heroicism will be remembered forever. Or at least a few minutes after we see the action, if it even gets seen. They've not gone into boats yet, these mechs, but they will soon on the Brazilian front. Look at all these planes flying in. The reinforcements, a mech there. This is the closest, a mech. Loads of mechs. It's Mech City. And this is where the war began.
I'm going to move all my ships up to towards Indonesia, I think. South of Thailand. Just another
nice.
stepping stone.
Cool. So you're splitting your forces between the Brazilian invasion and the Indonesian front. That's great news.
I'll get in there. I'm on it.
Yeah, there's plenty available.
Join you.
Now.
Okay, cool.
I hope that we can see what's on his home cities now and how he's kind of organising it. Like, if you were to get close enough to him and come across just a couple of cruisers at a time, it's not going to be too big of a deal, is it?
No, definitely not.
So you got your submarine commander and some subs, and then you've got your naval officer and a load of cruisers. Some pretty fierce stacks. It's going to be tough to beat. Then I've got a ragtag crew of 3 cruisers, a destroyer and a frigate. We're sending them in now to the Philippines. The gloves have been taken off. We're going into Brazil big time. I don't know who should be more scared. Philippines or Brazil? But this is it. This is where we win the game, hopefully. We're on 3,638 points out of 4,255, and there's still plenty of land to take, and it's just going to slow down from here. I'm going to have to fight for our lives to get those points. And hopefully I'll be able to catch the moment of victory, and then even when we've won, that may not be the last you hear of us, because it reveals the entire map and where everyone's forces are. Big reveal, so we could possibly come back with an episode showing you everything, what the Philippines have, what Brazil has, and then everything that's been left, like Russia and South Africa, maybe.
Vietnam, there'll be a lot of troops there.
In where?
In Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah, he's been kind of left untouched the whole game.
Yeah.
I want to see how New Zealand has fought back against Philippines too.
Oh yeah. They took their land back.
didn't understand that at the time. Like, he did that about a week ago. He started taking it, and then he just sort of stopped. So
Yeah, and I mean, Philippines have got like 2-3 cities down there still, but maybe they couldn't be bothered to go back there and take it. Indonesia, they never took the small islands, did they? It's going to be interesting. Okay, well, anything else to add?
Yeah. Well, Tim, did you clock this earlier? We had the end game message crop up.
oh yeah. So that means there's well, at the time there were less than 5 players in the game, or
Mostly
five or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that would have been us,
Cool.
Brazil and Philippines. But maybe a couple of new people have sort of joined in since then.
Okay.
I reckon it was just like Angola dipping in and out of the game. Like he's
Yeah.
the next big. Like, let's face it, it's not going to be China. It's not going to be India. Probably not Myanmar. Could have been. He might have just checked in to see how screwed he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from that, it's not going to be anyone else really.
Could have been Cuba.
Oh, we haven't really talked about him at all.
They might have been
He's been sitting
building
there.
missiles all along. We could be in for a
I
crisis.
see. Historically accurate.
Okay, cool. Well, that's been a great episode. Join us in the next episode where it's all going to kick off and this business is going to get real. So it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from them.
Yeah.
See you later.
Over and out.